In this video, let us see the top 10 ancient inventions. So, number 10, the wheel, 5000 BC. When talking about ancient inventions, the wheel is one of that always comes to the mind, but it is actually relatively young compared to some of the other items on this list. It was most likely invented in Sumer, which is now Iraq, in 5000 BC. It eventually spread across the Indus Valley civilization by 3000 BC. Interestingly, wheels only occur in the nature in microscopic form, so its invention was not the result of imitating objects from the natural environment. So, number 9 in the list of ancient inventions, number 9, twisted rope, 17,000 BC. Rope has been used by humans since prehistoric times. It was used in hunting, lifting, and even climbing. The first ropes would have been vines, which were eventually twisted together for increased durability. Fragments of man made twisted rope were discovered in caves in France dating to 15,000 BC. The ancient Egyptians developed tools for rope making around 4000 BC. Number 8, musical instruments, 50,000 BC. The first instruments were flutes made of bone, mammoth tusks to be exact. Fragments of these instruments have been found in caves dating back to 43,000 years BC. More recently, bone flutes dating from 9000 BC were in such good condition that they could be played. Number 7, the boat, 60,000 BC. Humans began to travel by boat around 60,000 BC, and archaeological evidence shows that the ancestors of the Australian Aboriginal traveled across the Lombok Strait to Australia in 50,000 BC. Number 6, pigments, 4 lakh, 4 lakh BC. Pigments have been used since 4 lakh BC for body decoration and painting, such as cave painting. Naturally occurring pigments such as iron oxide and ozone were the first to be used, and there have even been discoveries of equipment for grinding paints from the same period. So, number 5, spears, 4 lakh BC. Because wood does not preserve well, the estimate that a man used spears 4 lakh years ago is extremely conservative, with some anthropologists suggesting that we may have been using them as long as 5 million years ago. Number 4, clothing, 5 lakh to 1 lakh BC. The earlier clothing used by man was made of fur, leather, and plant life. It was initially used for protection from the elements, but was eventually used for decorative purposes also. Interestingly, analysis of human body lice, which require clothing to survive, has been instrumental in dating our use of clothing, as the fragile nature of ancient cloth means that no examples survive from our earliest days. Number 3, housing, 5 lakh BC. Primitive man used caves for shelter and even for religious uses. But from 5 lakh BC, we began to build huts. A fascinating archaeological discovery in Tokyo uncovered the house built with 10 posts forming an irregular pentagon shape, as well as numerous stone tools. Number 2, fire, 10 lakh BC. Fire is perhaps the most important discovery of man because it dramatically reduced the chances of illness from bad food and allowed our ancient ancestors to clear large areas through controlled fires. Last, number 1 is knife, 25 lakh to 14 lakh BC. The first knives were made by flaking rocks. It is possible that the same technique may have been used to produce knives from other materials, but none have survived. Archaeologists discovered the oldest group of stone tools called Olduvan, which date to 1.5 million BC. So these are the top 10 ancient inventions were there.